All right, so a couple of days ago, I posted something like, we're about to get an upgrade that's going to change the game, and this is one of them. Seedance 2.0 just got a 4K update, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at right now. So that said, let's take a look, and then we'll talk about it right after.
I was there that night. I saw the whole thing.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because I'm done pretending.
So right off the bat, I wanted to test this out in different situations. As you can see right here, this is an outdoor daylight situation. And this is where, as you can see, it will do the best looking image, right? We have outdoors, we have some nice forest foliage. This is like perfect situation whenever it comes to Seedance 2.0. So I knew this was going to look good. So this footage right here, I just messed with the brightness. I didn't change anything whatsoever. So that means I could potentially color grade this a little bit more to make it look more realistic. Because as you can see, it looks realistic, but something kind of just gives it away just a little bit. Now this test right here, I wanted to test out a Cyberpunk, right? Meaning we don't really have a lot of training data on this kind of environment. So I wanted to test it out. And sure enough, obviously in this kind of scenario here where you have like an artificial environment, I would say, they didn't have a lot of realistic training on this. You do see it just get a little bit plasticky, all right? We've seen this with a 1080p upgrade, and we're seeing it here again because this scenario lighting here is kind of artificial, right? Interior and whatnot. Now for this scene right here, it's exterior and it's kind of nighttime. And it could potentially be realistic, but once again, they're not just going to walk around training data on something like this. So I would say this is still artificial kind of image, right? And overall, honestly, for a fantasy type of movie, I think this looks great. I mean, I rendered this in 720p. I've seen it in 1080p. So seeing it in 4K right now, man, that it's just going to be really hard to go back to 720p. Now, this here, again, is kind of cool because for this one, I went with something a little bit more organic, a little bit of film to it. So you're not going to see extra crispiness to this. So you are going to see that film look, right? You got some lift shadows right there, which is what I really wanted to do. We got some clouds, the lightning. Overall, can this pass for a 4K? I'm not sure. I don't think so. And I think that's mainly because of the bit rate here. All right. So the bit rates for these 4K footage currently right now are ranging from 14 megabits per second to like 16 to 17 megabits per second. So for a 4K footage, it is still a little bit, I would say, blocky, if you will. So if we're comparing this to a straight up 4K camera that comes out of a DSLR, obviously this is not going to be as good as that, all right? But if we're talking about resolution from 720p to 1080p to this, I mean, you can definitely see the difference, at least for me here, looking at this on my screen, which is, I think this is a 32-inch. Now, for this specific one, as you all know, currently, whenever you're doing 720p and 1080p, in a distance like this, pretty far out, the face gets a little bit muggy and distorted. So that's why I have the camera all the way back. And by the way, this is from my JSFILMZ vault, if you want to go check that out. But man, this right here, if you were to show this to somebody, this is looking really good. Now, I am noticing a little bit of flicker, just a tiny bit, that they're going to have to clean up, all right? So this just came out, so they obviously have to tweak it. As you can see right here, you are seeing a little bit of flicker there, but I am loving this. This is looking really crispy. I ran out of credits. I ran out of credits because right now, this is on Higsfield, and they're charging like 330 credits for 15 seconds of 4K. So, bro, I'm out of freaking credits. But I am going to be messing around with it a lot more. Did I really want 4K in Seedance 2.0? To be honest with you, I wish they would have went with the 1080p and just made that more solid and maybe gave us a little bit more duration, because to me, that is more important than resolution right now. I mean, obviously, this is nice to have, and I know eventually we will get that duration on the back end, and I understand why they're doing this. I understand why they're going for 4K, because if we're talking about hybrid filmmaking and you're putting this on an LED wall, you are going to need that 4K resolution. So I do understand they are not just trying to sell this product to me. They're selling this to like actual filmmakers who are doing hybrid real-time filmmaking, which is super cool, right? So you definitely want 4K. So this is a big deal. This is absolutely a big deal. But from here on out, I think they should just focus on 4K and work on just improving the image. No more flickers, longer durations and better sound. And man, if they do that, like, I hope they don't go crazy on this, like 6K, 8K, 12K, 16K, 18K, 24K. I hope they don't go with the resolution stuff, because 4K, this is plenty enough. That said, if you want to test it out, this is out on Higsfield right now. I know a lot of people don't really like Higsfield, but hey, man, I'm telling you, they've been freaking killing it with these things. They're first on everything, it seems like, with all the tools and stuff like that. So this is out now. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description in the comments below. I'm probably gonna buy more credits and play around with this a little bit more. So stay tuned. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.